Good morning, I'm Earth Dr. Reese Halter, and you're listening to Earthcast, SOS.com. Megatons of sea creatures are washing ashore onto Chile in the worst El Nino in modern times. No! Climate-altering fossil fuels are turning the oceans acid, robbing them of oxygen, creating deadly red tides filled with nerve poisons, and it's taking an unbelievable toll on sea creatures, most evident along the coast of Chile. The first sign of the enormous strength of the wave of steamy Pacific Ocean temperatures associated with this El Nino took place last June when 337 sei whales, 23 tons each, were stranded along a remote southerly coastline of Chile in one of the largest whale strandings ever recorded. Sei whales are the fourth largest whales to swim the sea. Levels of domoic acid, deadly nerve poisons in red tides, were off the charts in both the northern and southern hemispheres, along North and South America's Pacific shorelines. This year, millions of farmed salmon, estimated to be in excess of 40,000 metric tons, were washed up along Chile's coastline. 10,000 jumbo flying squids were disgorged along the shores of Santa Maria Island, and in April, 8,000 metric tons of sardines washed up at the mouth of Chile's Caoli River, and thousands of dead clams piled up on the coast of Chiloé Island, Chile. Almost the entire coastline of Chile, that's approximately 4,000 miles, are experiencing an epic red tide, which usually only blankets the southern coastline. According to the Marine Institute Ideal, this ominous, massive red tide has affected clam populations which have never before contended with deadly red tides. Also, along the shores of Santa Maria Island, off the center of the Chilean coastline, thousands of 20-pound each cuttlefish died and waves of them washed up. Cuttlefish have extraordinary eyes that are fully developed before birth, enabling them to observe their surroundings while still in the egg. These beauties prefer to hunt their prey they saw before hatching. Also along Chile's central Pacific coast, beaches are now closed due to extremely warm waters, which have attracted an influx of foreigners. Thousands of Atlantic Portuguese men of war with stinging tendrils that extend beyond 165 feet below the surface, paralyzing and killing fish and other smaller sea creatures. You don't want to get stung by one of these critters, hence beaches are closed. This red tide is so large, it's sucking vast amounts of oxygen out of the ocean. Parts of the Pacific are uninhabitable for sea life. My colleagues in Australia have warned that unless fossil fuel emissions are cut drastically ASAP, extreme versions of El Ninos, which they have dubbed Super El Ninos, will double in frequency and intensity. This is yet another hello call for the G7 meeting on May 26 and 27 on Kashiko Island in Japan. The oceans are filled with 51 trillion pieces of plastics. The oceans are acidic, melting shellfish, and the oceans are running out of oxygen. This is all courtesy of subsidized climate-altering fossil fuels. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Wake up, G7. Failure is not an option. Hashtag save nature now. Hashtag love nature. Hashtag love is the solution. Earthcast SOS depends upon you, the listeners. So come on to drreese.com, DRREESE.com, and scroll to the bottom of the page and click on that donate button. Or pick yourself up any number of splendid books on bees, trees, seas, or wild weather. Just do it. drreese.com. I'm Earth Dr. Reese Halter, reminding you to protect our planets.